welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Janice. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any more of our future video. And welcome. This is going to be my my pregnancy update, my week 33 and 34, and this pregnancy is just flying by. So yeah. So anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video. No delays, because I don't like making these videos long, and yeah, it's bad enough. I don't like. Anyways, let's get started. Week 33 for me was a breeze. Apart from the hip pains and the heartburn, week 33 was a breeze. I just flew right through week 33. Not much complain, nothing to, yeah, week 33 was good in my book. I seriously went through so much Rolade, and I basically had, when I go grocery shopping, I have to sit in those little carts that are designated for the handicaps cart, that are dedicated to people that can't walk the stores. So I was sitting in that cart to go grocery shopping. It's that bad. But other than that, week 33 was good. Let's see. Baby is this week, your baby weighs a little over 4 pounds and has passed the 17-inch mark. Excuse me. About the size of a pineapple. She's rapidly losing that wrinkled alien look. Oh God. And her skeleton is hardening. The bones in her skull aren't fused together, which allows them to move and slightly overlap, thus making it easier for her to fit through the birth canal. As most of you may know, I'm not having a vaginal birth. I'm not going with a C-section. A C-section is what my doctor requires or suggests. He does not do VBACs. So unfortunately, I can't find any doctor that's willing to take me, being as this is going to be my 4th C-section. So I couldn't find any doctor that would take me to do a VBAC after 3 C-sections. So I had to go with him. So, and plus C-sections don't really scare me anymore. They are scary. It's a major surgery, and it's nothing to take lightly, and I know that, but my faith and with prior and everything, I do believe that baby Madison and I will come out of this okay. Anyways, back to week 33. Okay, these bones don't entirely fuse together until early adulthood, so they can grow as her brain and other tissue expand during infancy and childhood. That's good to know. Thank you so much, Baby Center, for that information. Anyways, without further ado, let's jump into week 34, because like I said, there was not much complication in week 33, so we're just gonna jump on over to week 34. So week 34 gave me a scare of my life. Like, I started having the right side of my body started going numb. Like, I would be walking, and then just out of nowhere, my hip it would just give out, and I just have to find something to hold on to or stabilize my weight on most of my left side, and it's really scary. That started happening, and then right after that started happening, my Braxton Hicks turned into actual real contractions, meaning that they were hurting. I couldn't talk through them. I couldn't really breathe through them that much. And then I was like telling my husband, I was like, this is getting scary. And he was like, why don't you go to the hospital and get checked out? I said, okay, let me time my contractions first and call my OB and see what he says. So I timed them, and they were coming real fast. They were like 4 to 5 minutes apart, lasting a minute long for an hour, and it was getting scary. So my OB was like, take your butt to the nearest hospital, even though he does not deliver nowhere in my city, my town, whatever you want to call it. He does not deliver anywhere around where I live. My hospital is an hour and 15 minutes away, given with traffic. So he was like, take your butt to the nearest hospital and get monitored and get checked out. I got to the hospital. They hooked me up to the monitor. The contractions, they saw the contractions. The doctor came in, she checked me. She said, your cervix is closed. It's pretty far back. You're not, these contractions are not dilating you. That was the good news. News was they were trying to stop the contractions that I was having, but they couldn't. The medicine that they were going to give to me, they couldn't give it to me because my pulse was so high. Like every time that I would get a contraction, it would speed up my heart rate and the baby's heart rate as well. So they couldn't give it to me because one of the side effects was that it speeds up your heart rate, and they just couldn't give it to me. So she was like, okay, put her on fluids to help maybe see if she's dehydrated and stuff. So the nurse came in, she said, okay, we're gonna put you on fluids and stuff. We're gonna give you an IV. So one nurse came in and she checked my veins and stuff, and I didn't tell him that I had rolling veins because I didn't want to freak him out. So I could tell that they were inexperienced when it comes to IV, because certain nurses don't really do IV that well. So the first nurse, she, you know, tourniquet me and searched for a vein, pushed the needle, and as soon as she pushed the needle, the vein blew. Then she pulled out. Then she stuck me again, and when she went to go pull for blood, vein blew again. And then she said, okay, I'm done. I'm not gonna poke you anymore. I'm gonna get someone else. This other young girl, she came in, she seemed like she could get it, and I was like, okay. So she went in and she blew 3 of my veins, and then she stuck me, but she didn't try to get any blood because she was scared that she was gonna blow another vein. So she was like, I can get fluids in, but I can't get any blood out. And I was like, okay, that's fine. The doctor was like, that's fine, we just won't do any cultures on her. We're just gonna go ahead and just, you know, give her fluids, and then we'll let her doctor figure out all the cultures, because either way, my doctor does not, his system does not speak to their system, something like that. So I got fluids. They monitored me for like 4 hours, and then the contractions slowed down. They didn't stop, they slowed down, and they sent me home with strict orders to go to my doctor the next day. Went to my doctor the next day, and he checked me. He said, honey child, your cervix is posterior or something. It's high up there. You can have as many contractions as you want. This child is not coming out no time soon. So that kind of gave me the reassurance that, you know, these were, even though I was having contractions, it wasn't going to do anything. It wasn't going to die. And I told them that they were worried about my scar tissue rupturing, and he was like, well, it's not really so scary if you do have rupture, and don't be alarmed. And he said that there's a term in the medical field that if I do something, I show you I care, and if I don't, then I show you that I don't care. So he was like, basically they had to do what they had to do, but baby is fine, and she's gonna stay put until time to go. So that was a scare. That was a scare for week 34. So I'm still having pains on, I'm still having numbness on the right side, but my doctor was like, it's perfectly normal. It comes with the territory of the ending of your pregnancy. It's just the way the baby's positioned, and you just have to deal with it. And yeah, it just comes with being, it's a part of being pregnant. So that's that. I just have to deal with it. I have 4 more weeks. Yes. So for week 34, that was my scare. So let's see baby's growth for week 34 per baby center. So your baby now weighs about 4 3/4 pounds. about the size of a cantaloupe, and is almost 18 inches long. Her fat layers, which will help regulate her body temperature when she's born, are filling her out, making her rounder. Her skin is also smoother than ever. Her central nervous system is maturing, and her lungs are continuing to mature as well. If you have been nervous about preterm labor, you'll be happy to know that babies born between 34 and 37 weeks who have no other health problems generally do fine. So that's good to know. They may need a short stay in the neonatal nursery and may have a few short-term health issues, but in the long run they usually do as well as full-term babies. So that is good to know. So with all of that being said, I am nearing the end of my pregnancy. I can't believe that I only have 4 more weeks, because I am 35 weeks. But this, I am 35 weeks, but when you guys see this, it's going to be week 33 and 34. So technically I have 4 more weeks to go, because my doctor is delivering me at 39 weeks. So yeah, it's kind of nerve-wracking to know that in 4 weeks baby Madison will be here, and that will be the end of my journey in terms of being pregnant and adding to our family. And it's been a very exciting time in terms of, you know, adding a new addition to our family. I really did enjoy being pregnant this time around. It was much easier, it was much smoother. I had more support in terms of my husband, and he's just a wonderful, amazing husband. I could not have done this pregnancy without him. Like, he is such a big support in my pregnancy, in my life. It just, that man will drop everything and anything to make sure that baby Madison and I are well taken care of. Because on Thursday, when we had to go to the doctor, he took off and took me, so it was very nice. And yeah, so anyways, I'm rambling, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.